Hey, welcome back to MCOC Noxie, the master of mediocre gameplay. You can see the opponent has banned Dr. Doom, Human Torch, and Void. We're currently 2-3 on the season, which just leaves a gross taste in your mouth. I'm on path 1, got a Hulk Ragnarok for 2 wars in a row, I think, and then I'm taking that Node 20 man thing. That's a tricky fight there. I'm not taking any of those shared fights, and then I've got a rank 3 Sabretooth, looks high sig. That's a wild rank up, and then a Phoenix. I think that's it for me. Let me see here. I might take that Ultron over there on Mini Island, but I'm going to get to bring my rank 3 Diablo for that man thing, which is a fight I am really looking forward to. So I think this is just a rank 2. Yeah, this is just an easy fight with this Ragnarok. So, you know, to make it interesting, why not just take a combo from the outset? Just seems like a good idea, right? Just, I do have a regen boost on, so thankfully I'm healing back up. Yeah, it's just not a Noxie fight until you take a few hits to the face for no reason at all. So just trying to keep the infections up, letting his power drain when the healing tries to proc, but cannot because he's heal blocked, of course. And this is just a nothing burger fight. There's nothing to it. I don't know what the thought is here. I don't understand the placement, to be honest. So it's just a very, very easy fight. Not much happening. Just avoid the SP1, which I find his SP1 much more difficult to evade than his SP2. But I don't think I push, yeah, because his power keeps draining this whole fight. I don't think he gets to SP2. I don't even think he gets to another SP1, actually. I remember now that I was trying to be mindful of it. I was like, hey, you know, let's just not give him any power. How about that, dummy? Let's just let him drain his own power when he tries to heal. I think I pushed to another SP2, and that's for this particular fight, I believe. Let me see. Yeah, so he's draining. Can't even get to an SP1. I gotta tell you, that's a really reassuring kind of part of Warlock's kit. Just, hey, you want to try to heal in your heal block? How about no power, sucker? So there we go. And that I taking a few hits from that combo, no fun. But here's this this Diablo. So we're gonna activate 2 of his pre-fights. The one that allows you to negate buffs with Mystic Dispersion, and the one that negates, I think it's 70 or 80% of the energy damage you take. And so on this node, you can occasionally take energy damage. I forget all of the stuff on this particular node, but there's a lot of it. It's a very tricky fight, and so I'm going to just go ahead and push to SP3. Obviously it has strike counter, but because of the high MD that I've got 5 MD right now on my Diablo, and you know, man thing just constantly blocking buffs, so my power is going to be shooting up the whole fight. Alright, so I do not play this fight very well, as you're going to see, but with Diablo it just kind of doesn't. It's not that it doesn't matter. You can still very much. That's just me just whiffing hits. I tried for a parry there and just mistimed it. I'm already back up to an SP3, but of course Diablo can only get to SP3 once per fight, and I forget that for like 5 seconds. And so I would have just and there's that stinking timing on Man-Thing's SP1, where you think you've got it timed, you dash back, and then for whatever reason the screen is shifting or moving, and it just catches you. I think it happens to me one more time. So now he's close to his SP3. Which that's the way I'm going to lose this fight. If he gets to his SP3, that's how I lose this fight. I lost a fight recently to Man-Thing in War because I pushed him to an SP3. I just wasn't paying close enough attention, and I missed a whiff with a Doom. So there he evades that because he's a Mystic Defender, Dispersion Defender. And so now I'm just taking a lot of hits in the block because I'm like, listen, I'm not going to give you these cheap hits. So thankfully he lets me regen some with my SP1. And so I'm just trying to watch those 3 timers. He's got those 3 gray timers that are constantly counting down. So I was able to parry him there. Once again, he's right on the doorstep of his SP3, but he throws his SP2 for me. I thought that hit was going to push him to Mystic Dispersion. I think it's the next hit now. Let me see here. Yeah. No? Okay, so no, I guess not. Okay, now maybe it's Mystic Dispersion. No? Okay. Oh, it's not. It's that I haven't been proccing buffs. I guess that's what it is. So here we'll put some more poisons on him. You can see that everything Man-Thing wants to do, like put poisons and armor break you, will end up healing my champ. Will heal Diablo. which is just meaning the Diablo is a really good answer for this very difficult placement on node 20. Doom can take it for sure, but I really feel like Diablo is maybe just as good an answer here. And so we're going to heal up a little bit here. He's got to his SP2, down to only a few final percentages. And I really wish I could have gotten this healing off, but he dies before I could get my healing active. So, like you said, I took a ton of hits. How many was it? 10, 12? It felt like a lot of hits I took. Let's see here. Yeah, 9 hits taken. Only took 44 hits, of course, because the poison is doing so much damage, and I'm throwing so many specials because of MD. Now, here we go on to... this is the first time I've ever fought Sabretooth on my path. You know, he procs healing all the time, so he is going to be going unblockable occasionally. But I'm going to turn his healing just straight off. So he's not going to be getting the benefit of his healing once I get the infection on. So right now, no more healing for Sabretooth. But there he goes unblockable, and I just didn't catch it. I just didn't catch it for some reason. I knew at the start of the fight, I was like, hey, I think every once in a while he's going to proc unblockable. And I just missed it. I am not awesome at watching all those little icons. So I caught it this time. I'm looking for purple. I'm looking for purple. Because it doesn't always show up in the same place, which is really annoying. I hate that the buffs jump around on the dial there. So here we go. We've got his unblockable again. So I'm just trying to beat into his block a little bit to outweight that unblockable. It procs again right away. So I know. Okay, dang it. Got to be careful here. He's draining power when he tries to heal, which is awesome. And I think that's the fight. Yeah. So that turned out really well. Once again, a rank 3 high sig Sabretooth. Like, who is doing that? Like, that's a wild rank up. So here we got a rank 3 Phoenix, which is just interesting. Like, you know, Phoenix, if she gets built up, can just destroy you. Like, her specials, especially her SP3, can just absolutely end you. But we're going to keep her from healing. And I'm trying to remember this fight. I think it was pretty straightforwardly. And I'm very cognizant. I'm very aware. Like, okay, so at the end, she does her little Phoenix Rising thing, right? Where she has that second life or that immortality or whatever it's called. I'm not exactly sure for her character what they call it. But it's, you know, she's obviously duped in high sig and all that stuff. So she's going to try to heal back. My heal block is going to keep her from healing back. But while she's going into that second life, you can't touch her, right? Or she's gonna destroy you. And so there I just take a combo because, you know, just make the fight interesting. This is going to be my last fight, it turns out. I thought I might take a mini-boss fight, but it turns out that my team had it a little too early. Or I was asleep. My team takes a lot of fights. I guess there's a lot of Europeans that are taking fights while I'm asleep. And so here we go. She's about to go into her extra life. I back up. I hit into it just thinking like, hey, I don't think I can hit into this, but I'll try. So she's not healing. Boom, there, down she goes. So no problem there. No real threat there. So was really proud and excited by how that Diablo Man-Thing fight went, because that was a fight that I wasn't prepared for, and then like last second I was told, hey, I've got to take that fight. So I'm glad they told me before I brought my roster, before I entered the war, right? So I was able to bring Diablo, and that went really well. Like I said, I didn't play it very well, but I could play it so much better in the future. And unfortunately, we lost this war, and that was a big bummer. And it wasn't close, you know. I'm kind of starting to get a little discouraged about some of these death counts that we're putting up. The communication they're good guys, they're nice guys, but they're putting up a lot of deaths, and they rush into fights that I think sometimes they're just not ready for, or don't have the best counter for. So we lost this war again. It was disappointing. Thankfully, I didn't put any deaths. You know, I went 4-0. I wish I could have had some more fights, but it just didn't work out for this war. And that puts us at 2-4 on the season, which is just not good. Not good. I'm sure you've been in a position where you were on an alliance where things just weren't going well. And that's kind of where I am right now. So hopefully you'll come back for war number 7, and hopefully we can turn it around. That's the hope. All right, y'all. Y'all be good. Bye.